Real as it get. Y'all already know. Back with another episode. Appreciate all the supporters that's supporting, all the people that's commenting, liking, subscribing. Make sure y'all keep doing that. We on all platforms. We on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that. Make sure y'all supporting the movement because we going to bring it to y'all the way it is. So I just found out. They told me Joe Biden got cancer, right?
Yes.
So the first thing I did was I looked it up. I said, let me see if it's true. So I look it up. They say he has prostate cancer. And now, of course, already you got the Fox News and the right-wing media already talking about, oh, he been high and this and this and that. But the reality is, right? The thing is, what I just also read as well, this is verified by NBC, that the form of cancer he has, they saying he could easily live another 10 years. So it's not that aggressive. It's not an aggressive. They said it's aggressive, but they literally said that he can. It's aggressive, but it's not like a doom and gloom type of thing. It's more like it could be 10 years, it could be shorter. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't no terminal. Like right now, he out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it depends on how it progresses.
What?
I mean, yeah. You can say until you've experienced or been in a situation where you watch kind of like cancer progress in people. I've seen it happen like over 4 to 5 times. Where in some instances it was like, hey, you have 90 days. And in some instances, it was like, you should be good. We cut the cancer out. It's not spreading as much.
Well, they already said it spreads to his bones. His prostate cancer spreads to his bones. But this is the thing. First and foremost, you shouldn't keep people when they down. You like even if Trump get cancer, whoever, you don't prey on people getting stuff like that because that could easily be you.
That's real.
Right. But I know people gonna, that's what you're gonna get that hate. I know y'all gonna be in the comments with the greasy. That's what he get. But you never wish that on nobody. Not cancer, bro.
Right, for sure.
You could take shots on other stuff, but cancer, we gonna keep that out of it, right? However, I know y'all gonna do it, so go ahead and do what y'all gonna do, and we gonna reply when y'all do it. But also people forget. I'm gonna tell y'all some history, just some well-known history. You know, I use Google a lot. Y'all know that, right? So if y'all see what I'm talking about right now, I just realized something. Every president in the past 20, 30, we're going to say 30, 40 years has lived to be at least 90.
Oh, wow.
And their wives. Is that coincidence? Or is it something else going on?
I don't know.
Think about it. The Bushes, from George Bush and his wife, Barbara Bush, they lived to be plus 90. Jimmy Carter died at 100. Right?
No shit.
Jimmy Carter died at 100. It ain't just them. It's most presidents live to see 90.
I never knew that, bro.
Well-known fact, most presidents live to be 90. So the fact that Joe Biden is, what, 83-ish, 80-something, 82, 83? That's what I'm saying. So should we be concerned is what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Putting it like that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I would say, because, not to go off topic, but I imagine that they have the best health care that's available to them.
Ronald Reagan even, he died at 93.
Damn, how old was he?
I said, what's that?
How old was he?
I'm saying he died at 93. Ronald Reagan was the president before Judge Bush. He died at 93 years old.
Oh, he was 93.
He was 93 when he died. And Nancy Reagan, which was his wife, Nancy Reagan, she died at 94.
Damn.
So
even the first ladies is fucking living till 90.
Bro, I've been doing this research, bro, and that's the Reagans. And if you look at Jimmy Carter, right? Jimmy Carter.
Oh, this is wild.
Jimmy Carter lived to be 100 years old. Let's see about his wife. His wife lived to be 96 years old.
Why Malcolm ain't never make it to 90?
Well, he wasn't a president.
Or why
But hear me out. His wife lived to be 96.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's go. So that's Jimmy Carter, his wife. That's Ronald Reagan, his wife.
Yeah.
Now this is in order. It was Ronald Reagan. No, it was Jimmy Carter, then it was Ronald Reagan. Now we got George Bush Sr., all right? We got George Bush Sr. We got George W. Bush. No, not George W. Bush. George Bush Sr. They're trying to give us W. Bush. He ain't made it yet, but he on his way. George Bush Sr., he lived to be 94.
Damn.
Barbara Bush lived to be 92.
Damn, that's crazy, bro.
So what is it, coincidence that they all live into their 90s? Or is it something else that we don't get that treatment? Like, what is it?
Nigga, healthcare, nigga. Like, I'm telling you what it is. They got the best fucking healthcare that money can buy.
Okay, if that's the case, then why did they say we need to get Joe Biden out of there because he's too old and this and that. But in reality, if this is what we talking about, he had more time.
No one never even look at it like you
but what I'm saying, but you get what I'm saying.
I know, I understand what you're saying. But
just history shows
the public. Put it like this: the public is not really looking into those type of facts or assessment, saying, you know what, damn. Every president has lived at least to 90. It's not something.
And their wives.
But I'm saying it's not something that we even dwell upon or think about. It's not even a thought process. We just look at the eye test, the visual eye. We see old Sleepy Joe comments being made. Then they have, the media create this narrative where they catch him in glimpses of him falling asleep. Or
we got to keep this going, right?
Gerald Ford.
How old did Gerald Ford live to be?
93.
Gerald Ford was 93. Who was before Gerald Ford? Richard Nixon, right?
Mm-hmm.
How old?
96, right?
How old are we talking?
He was 81.
Well, but he had some other stuff going on because he didn't run his full term as a president. Y'all know he got put out. But you know what I'm saying? But let's see.
Even before him, 64.
So I'm trying to tell you. So I don't know when it started, but all I can tell you is that since Gerald Ford, every president has lived to be 90, and their wives.
Damn.
So maybe Reagan ain't had whatever they got going on. Because not Reagan, but Nixon. Who was it before Nixon? Who got before Nixon? Who was the 36th president?
Lyndon B. Johnson.
How long did he live to be?
It was like 70 something.
So okay, so
new healthcare plan.
So he died young, right?
And John F. Kennedy before him died.
Well, he got killed, but but what I'm saying is that, if you look at what I'm saying here, right? But so at some point. And I'm guessing the starting point was Gerald Ford. Did they get something? Do they got some kind of serum that's not available to us? Is there something going on? Because how's it that all of them making it to 90 plus and their wives?
That's what I don't know. That's what I don't know.
So did this start in the early 80s, like when Gerald Ford was president, or like? So I'm just trying to figure out.
You think they all take this serum when
something is going on? I mean, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that all of them are living to be 90 plus?
It's not.
And their wives.
It's not a coincidence. It's definitely not a coincidence.
They wasn't the president their whole life, so you can't say they ate well and they did all these things. They wasn't presidents their whole life, right?
Yeah.
So we can't say it's lifestyle. Well, maybe they lived a great. We can't say that.
Yeah,
and right now, the thing is that Bill Clinton and Hillary look pretty healthy these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they looking pretty healthy,
yeah.
Right? They outside, and let's see how.
They said Hillary was cloned, man.
Yeah, but they say a lot of stuff, man. But how old is Bill Clinton? Bill Clinton is 78 right now. Would it surprise me if he lived to be 90?
It wouldn't.
And then it's like,
he ran 2 terms of 4 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm saying. It would not surprise me. Him and Hillary seem to be healthy.
Look, maybe that's that guarantee when you get 2 terms of 4 years.
Something going on, man.
Look,
something going on.
Right.
Something going on, man.
We're gonna get you that 90.
All I'm gonna tell you is that so should we really be concerned about Joe Biden's health care? Was that a real thing, or were they just using that as to gain political points? Because even though they say he old and he's sleeping and all that, let's be honest. Who's been caught sleeping more? Donald Trump.
Yeah.
If y'all don't believe me, let's Google it real quick. Y'all know I like to Google. Let's see how many times. Let's see. Watch this. Times Trump fell asleep. Let's see. Like this dude has been falling asleep all over the place. Okay, let's see.
He's a busy man.
But Joe Biden was a busy man too. Right?
Joe Biden did.
But people don't talk about the fact that Joe Biden, they started at 7 o'clock in the morning and it ended at 11 p.m.
For any man in his 70s, 80s?
Even you, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Anybody's gonna be tired. I mean, like, so this man was in his 80s. He was in his 80s, and just recently, oh my God, Trump falls asleep on the job again. And the internet is ruthless. Okay, and this was 5 days. This was he's fallen asleep so many times, but yet he's going around calling somebody sleepy.
Sleepy Joe.
But you know one thing about Trump, he's able to put labels on people and it sticks, right? But the reality is, was it really about his health care, or was it about something else that they want him out of there? Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's funny how Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, all of these billionaires, TikTok found the guy from TikTok, they all was Joe Biden supporters.
They were initially.
No, yeah. And then after Trump won, Now they all Trump supporters. But what did Trump promise them?
The same thing he promised everybody else.
What happened with the stock market?
But they eating. They eating. He promised them money. He promised them that they'll get all of the money that they put into his campaign because all of them actually donated to his campaign. And he told them that they will reap the benefits from them pouring and soaring into his
So why they
shit.
why they didn't want to support Joe Biden?
Well, one,
Big-
he's Sleepy Joe.
No, that ain't what it's. It's because they didn't see that return finna come back
Nah,
to
that
them.
wasn't
You know
coming
why?
back.
Because the Democrats were talking about doing what? Raising taxes on corporations and millionaires and
Businesses.
billionaires. And the reality was they knew that had he became the next president and then when he dropped out, then with Kamala, they knew their taxes would go up. Right? So now they get what they want, but guess who has to pay for it now? Who's paying for it? Tariffs. What Trump's talking about with Walmart? Walmart need to eat the tariffs? Let's be honest. Is Walmart going to eat the tariffs? I can tell you they already not. You know how I know they're not eating them already? You can look at my Walmart Plus account. Let's look at my account if I have to. I was buying sodas. The bottle Walmart Great Value sodas was $1. They're $1.24.
Wow.
That's a 24-cent increase, which is if on a $1, that's a 24% increase already.
It's a quarter already.
That's a 24% increase on the sodas, and that's just on those sodas. So imagine how many other products you've seen these kind of increases on already. This is after.
You see the shit.
This is after this. This is starting this year. So we talking about last year. I got sodas all year round for $1. Now they're $1.24. They're $1.24. We just went to 7-Eleven.
Yep.
And you try to get your big go for $1.
Yeah, that's out.
And what happened?
It's over with. It's
So
over with.
so are these grocery stores and these big companies, are they really gonna eat the tariffs?
No. Look what they did to Temu, bro. You seen that shit?
What's that?
Man, they fucking tariffs is out the wazoo, bro. You might as well go to a regular fucking website.
But that's the whole idea. He's trying to say if we drive the tariffs up, people will buy American made products and American built products. But just recently, one of his guys, he's not happy with him right now. Donald Trump, one of your supporters, you're not happy with him right now. And for y'all don't know, let's pull him up real quick. This guy, Tim Cook.
Tim Cook. Oh my god.
He pissed with Tim Cook. He tweeted about Tim Cook. What did he tweet? He's upset because he said, what does he say? This
Trump
is what
has
happens.
a little problem with Tim Cook over iPhone manufacturing plans.
Manufacturing plans.
Manufacturing plans.
And what's the problem, right? So
They exploding next to people
No.
while they sleep too.
no, that ain't even a problem.
No, but I'm telling you, that's something that's
Oh, that's
happening.
real. That's
Yeah,
real.
That's happening.
But let me tell you what happened. So he said he putting tariffs on China, right? He putting tariffs on Canada. He putting tariffs on Mexico. So what Apple decided to do for all the iPhone users, they said, well, so he's like, now they're gonna build it in America. They're gonna build, and they said we can't build it in America. You know how much the price of the iPhone has to be if we build it in America? They said it run about $3,600 per iPhone.
Shit.
So what they did, because he put tariffs on China, is a 30% tariff on China. So now he's saying, well, if it's a 37%, if it's a 30% tariff on China, Apple said we can't afford to do that neither. That's even 30%, but that's a 30%
So who's
increase.
supposed to eat that?
So what Tim Cook do? He just announced he's opening his new manufacturer in India. So for all y'all that think, oh, he gonna put tariffs on China, put tariffs on China, and it's gonna do this and American first. No. What happens when major corporations get hit like that? What they gonna do?
They find a word away.
Why? Because we have zero tariffs on who? India. And what's happening right now with Qatar?
I don't know. Fill me in.
You didn't see what happened.
I didn't see what happened.
So in the Constitution, it says that you cannot accept bribes from other countries. You can't accept.
Oh no! I did see that. I did see.
So
that.
so from Qatar, so now he gets his plane, this $400 million jet. Donald Trump gets gifted from Qatar. Just in February, he was criticizing Qatar for funding Hamas.
And then they turn around and give him the jet.
Now they give him a jet. Now he over there in their
Now
face.
he over there partying, singing and dancing, shaking hands, kissing babies. And niggas like, I don't remember what I said when I said that.
It's to the point to where even right wing media is some of the right wing YouTubers. You're not gonna say the Fox News because that's his people.
Yeah, they own
but some of the guys, the Laura Loomers, Laura Loomer she don't like it, and she said she would take a bullet for Trump, but she don't like that.
Man, Rachel Maddox gave him oh my gosh, she
But
let into that.
what I'm saying is that So the reality is, this man is accepting gifts, which is in the Constitution. That's unconstitutional. That's an
bad.
impeachable offense, and along with the other hundreds of impeachable offenses that he has. But that's where it's at. So if y'all don't see what's happening, y'all just got to keep watching. If y'all don't believe us, then go watch somebody else. But for right
Google
now,
it.
we gonna give it to y'all. And our
Google
favorite
it.
friend is who? Google University. Make sure y'all tune in. It gets real political over here, man.
Wow.